know you weren't here for those 8 straight losses that they had UNC had at UVA, but what sort of sense of maybe relief or accomplishment of, getting something done do you feel out of this group? Because this was this is a breakthrough that they had been looking for 12 years now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 12 years is a long time, and we kind of knew the importance of what that meant for this program, and we're all competitors, and we don't like going on losing streaks, and definitely not for 12 years. And so that meant a lot for us as Carolina basketball players to come in here and break that streak. And we knew we could do it. We knew we had the team to do it. Obviously, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. It's never easy against Virginia, but we did a good job tonight. And obviously, we're all very happy that we came out with a win.
You're still fired up right now, aren't you?
Of course.
I can tell just by.
For the better part of the last 11 minutes of the first half, you had more points than Virginia by yourself. What was your sense of that? I mean, the offense was not coming either way, but you were providing it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was really, it's a credit to kind of the way we played and prepared. We did a good job putting them in rotations, and I was a beneficiary of a lot of open looks, and I knocked them down. And that's the trust that this team has in me and that I have in them, and that goes both ways. And I think the biggest part of that was defensively. We were getting stops, and a lot of stops, and we held them to under 30% shooting, I think it was, and that's pretty good on the road against a good team, and so that's we wanted to do it, and we did it.
What's the process been like for you to regain your stroke, so to speak?
I never lost it. I never lost it. The shots just haven't gone in, but it's the same shot, same stroke. It's all about just staying confident and staying ready. And I've got extreme confidence in myself, and I know these guys do in me. And so that's part of being a member of a great team is you get guys who have your back, and nobody's rolling their eyes, nobody's counting you out, and that's I'm grateful for that.
To see him go in like you want, is that kind of a relief, especially this time of year heading into March? It's a good time of year for that.
Absolutely. And I know that's a big part of helping this team win, and so I'm glad to be able to provide that.
Yeah. When you're playing against a team like them, just what makes them so tough?
Yeah, I mean, they're really good defensively. I mean, just the way their ball screens are, they hard hedge, and sometimes it's almost as if it's a double. They're in the gaps, in the pass lanes, they're denying, and they kind of just play a good team collective defense. And I think, they've been great defensively for years, and it's always hard to play here, even to play against them, just because they're so well coached and they always have great players. But I was just proud of the efforts of the team, and it wasn't a pretty win. It was ugly, but we was able to get it done just by on both ends of the floor. We was able to share the basketball. Armando was huge for us, rebounding, contesting late from Reese going to the bucket and kind of just getting the rebound. And for me to knock down free throws, Cormac having a great game. Just everyone just contributed on both ends. That's what was able to get this win today.
When Cormac's hitting those threes, I mean, he's already a fired up kind of guy, but how much more fired up did he kind of feel out there today when they were going in?
Not yet. I mean, Cormac's huge for us. He's one of those players that gets us going. He's intense, but it's good for this team because I don't think we've ever had that type of player, just in terms of his, him being vocal, his ability to shoot the ball. I'm super happy for him. He's been putting together a couple of great games during this stretch, and for him to come out and play against UVA like that, I mean, that's something we need, and we know that Cormac is willing and capable of doing.
You talk about the defensive beat they played on you. Was that the toughest defense you've seen this season?
I mean, I think they did a good job. I also had a lot of open looks I just didn't knock down. And it's also tough shots in terms of shot clock, having to, kind of rush one up. But also had a couple of open threes and just shots I normally make, but just didn't go into that.
Just a frustrating offensive day for everybody except Cormac.
Yeah. I mean, Cormac is huge. I mean, he was able just to knock it down and shoot with confidence. That's one player that's really confident, really intense, and a player that I enjoy playing with. Just his ability just to, go ahead and knock down a couple of threes and come back on the defensive end and be active on the ball, and just his overall energy is definitely infectious for the whole team, and we definitely feed off that.
Talk to the impact that Armando had, especially late. He had some pretty big offensive rebounds that kind of let you guys kill some more clock there toward the end.
I think the biggest play was probably Armando's rebound off of Harris's miss, for him to be able to throw it back out and for us to get another possession. Armando's been doing a lot of plays like that throughout the whole year, and that's winning basketball when he plays right there. So And it may not show up in the stat sheet, but that's what helped us get that win today.
Talking about the win, I mean, this is the first win here since 2012. I'm sure you guys were aware of that, but I guess what does this moment feel like knowing that, this hasn't happened in over a decade at North Carolina?
I mean, it's crazy. Just to have the amount of teams that we had, the amount of success that this program had, and for us to play a talented team like UVA, but not win here since 2012, it's just insane. But I knew this was the group that could do it, just in terms of our resiliency and our fight. I mean, we always just come in ready to play, ready to learn, just kind of just give it our all. I mean, the game's not always gonna look pretty, but we kind of like the ugly wins because they mean a lot to us and it shows our greediness.
Dumb question, I know, but just how big is this win for this particular team? And given the history here, the stakes today, get back in first place.
It's such a great win and it's a great feeling, but we got Miami coming up on Monday, so Coach told us we have our fun, and then as soon as we get back to Chapel Hill, time to lock back in.
You were livid after that second foul. What happened there?
No, well, it was more the first one. The first one, I didn't think I fouled him, and then the second one, he tripped over me, so it was two unfortunate calls, and I definitely was upset because I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but yeah.
What's the mental process for you and the team when you guys are having those prolonged, scoring droughts or not being able to make field goals and just kind of stay in it and stay in the game?
Just try to stay afloat, especially through our defense. We did have some scoring lapses, but I thought we defended them well and didn't allow them to really get back into the game and kept it within like 5-6 points. And they take so much time off the clock. Being up on them by 6 is like pretty good. It's more like being up like 12.
Yeah. Did you have extra family, friends here in attendance? You talking about be your last game in the home state kind of thing?
Yeah, I had like 14, but North Carolina not too far, so they come to all my games really.
Was there anything special said in any of the timeouts after those scoring droughts?
Definitely, it came down to like 3 minutes, a 2 minute. It was like a timeout there, and Coach told us we really needed to stop, a huge stop, and we ended up getting it, so it really helped us out.
Did you guys talk about the streak at all, losing 8 straight, not winning here since 2012? I know we talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, as players, we talked about it. We definitely wanted to come in here and make history and get that bad spell out. So it's a great feeling for us to be the team to do it.
How old were you in 2012? Where were you?
I was 12.
In middle school? Or?
I was 12, so I had to been 6th grade, 7th grade, something like that. It's been a while, long time.
That gets you guys back in first place. What happened in that season?
Did Duke lost? Okay. Well, glad we got the win then.
How different is Virginia's defensive style against the other ACC teams you guys have played so far this year?
They don't really make mistakes, and they do a great job of slowing you down and turning you over. I mean, you look, how many points did we score? Maybe like 54, and we like to score in the 70, 80 range. And I thought they did a great job in the first half on me and RJ. They got me out there with foul trouble, and I thought did a good job of defending RJ, bringing a lot of bodies towards him. But Cormac had a huge game, and without him, we don't win this game.
And how crucial was your own defensive performance against such a strong defensive team in Virginia?
And we just really tried to match their energy on defense and get as many stops as we could and try to extend the lead offensively.
Was that something you guys had talked about in practice leading up to this game?
Definitely, because they take 30 seconds off the clock, and it's demoralizing when you defend for so long and then they score and get an offensive rebound because they just do another 30 seconds. So really we just wanted to try to rebound as best as we could, specifically on the defensive end, and not let them run the clock down anymore.